Well, can you just say another word just for me to test the volume?
Horns up.
Oh, yes, yes. Splendid, thank you. I just want to chat with you, really,
Yeah,
Austin.
that's fine.
Yeah, just a chat, but at the same time, hopefully get people to know who you are, Austin, and maybe
Yeah.
get some more people over to your channel because it's a really cracking channel that you've got going there. And it's
Yeah, it's
growing
only
really
it's only
well
started.
all on its own. You don't
Mhm.
need me to help you, but I just thought we're similar, very similar people, I think, and I thought we could have quite
Yeah,
an
no, we
interesting
are.
chat.
And as I say, I'm a big. I watch every video you put up now. Uh, it's a good laugh, good fun, and yeah, I'm going to be around for a long time. I'm not going anywhere, and I hope that we can have more of these get-togethers and talk, and yeah, get a wee community going.
For sure, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
that's one of the. I mean, this was a benefit of doing this that I'd never actually envisaged was just meeting like-minded people. I mean, I started mine purely for selfish reasons. I was trying to push a book that I'd just written. That was a stupid idea. It just didn't go anywhere.
No, I think
Um,
I does.
but there we
Got
are.
got the ball rolling. Got the ball rolling, Jimmy.
Yes, I mean that's it. Yeah, that was my starting point. So I suppose we could begin by, well, just me asking why you thought about starting your own. What was the impulse for you?
The impulse for me was uh, I started off last year, round about the summertime. I wasn't even the book channel I was envisioning. I wasn't even thinking about a book channel. It was a gaming channel I was thinking of first, and I started it, and it never took off. And one time, see, I love reading. I've been reading since I was 15. Left school, like proper reading myself, and it just hit me one all of a sudden. I was in work, and I've been watching booktube for years and years and years, like, and I thought I have nobody to talk to about these books. I have nobody that reads books the way I do, and I thought I would love a place where I can just see. I was a lurker for years in booktube, a lurker. I would have just watched, and I was scared to actually say many comments in case people talk back to me and thought, "Oh, what they say now?" You know what? They don't want to be like, what's the word? Annoying people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then I decided I need somebody to talk to about these books, and I think I was frying my wife's head. I was pickling her head, I think, with constantly all telling her about this story and telling her about this writer, and she didn't give a fuck, Jimmy. She didn't care. And I got to the stage where I thought, well, maybe I should reach out and then I seen these people on BookTube. I thought, well, there's maybe people like me that like the same stuff I like, and I'll start it. And I was watching. So I started off, and I was watching the first like 12 videos is just me looking down. Didn't know what I was doing. I was actually very scared to come onto the camera, so I was. And then whenever I put a few videos out, there was one booktuber. I'll mention his name, Mike from Bibliophile Bookscapes. He's a friend of mine. He always tags me and everything, but he's a good friend of mine, and he was the first sort of person I interacted with who actually said to me, "This is actually pretty good. You know what you're doing is pretty okay, and you've got a good voice for it." And I thought, right, well, you know, your reviews are spot on. So that gave me a bit of confidence. And I thought, well, I'll stick at it then, because I was nearly giving up, and the stars aligned just went perfect. I was watching Tim Secret Fire Books, and I've been watching his stuff for a long time because Sword of Sorcery, and I'm into Sword and Sorcery. And when he mentioned the book the Weird Frequencies, I'll show it because I had it out because I know when he mentioned this book on his channel, and he says anybody out there that has your own booktube channel, please read it if you want to and review it. And I think I had 2 subscribers. I wasn't even thinking anything much about it. 2 subscribers, Jimmy, something like that. And I thought, you know what, I'll review it anyway, and I'll put my point of view, and maybe somebody will see it. And I didn't think it would take off. Whenever I put that first review up, I think it was Brian from Bad Taste Books. He caught it. I think I sent him a comment saying something along the lines was, I really enjoyed your story, Brian. It was good fun, and yeah, if that's your first story, keep at it. That was great and all that. And that was it, Jimmy. And then he must have went on to my channel, and then the next thing I knew, he posted that video up,
I
and
see.
then it went. That was it. But see, to be honest, I was very shocked and surprised. I couldn't believe it. It was like a catalyst moment. It was when I realized, fucking hell, there's other people's going to be watching my videos now. Scary moment, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it was nice. That's what got the ball rolling. And then I thought to myself, I want to stick here. These are good people. Like, so I found a lot of good, nice people, nice community through that one book. When I met you and your channel, and Andrea, Jake, and all these other booktubers, it got me. And the good thing is, I was accepted into the wee community. You know what I mean? It was like they were talking to me and commenting on my channel.
I see. Yes, yes.
That was the confidence. That was the confidence I needed. That, and as I say, I've got another wee community I kind of went in with Mike and Patrick and all these other guys. And so, and I was very lucky to jump into two sort of book communities and make friends. And that is what's keeping me here now. So it is. And sorry for going on for a big long answer, but that's just the way I am. I could talk all day, mate. You're in trouble.
No, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm happy just to let you go for sure. I love listening to you talk, and that's you're really great at it. That's why I think you're a natural at doing this. The ability to just keep going, yeah, so to speak.
Not shut up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So going back to so your impulse to create your own channel began tentatively, shall we say, but then the flashpoint, if you will, was that the Weird Frequencies book, and then it kind of it opened you up to that particular community surrounding that book, and I think you probably realized that it's a really inclusive and friendly community, and that there's nothing to worry about, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. And it wasn't long after when I felt settled and was talking to people and being myself. And that's a big thing, like just being myself and not giving a fuck really about overthinking it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big overthinker. I would sit there and I'm thinking about things to say and it doesn't stop. And I was, as I say, I had that fear factor of actually showing my face and telling people my name. I got to that, like, oh, fuck, I better not fucking, I don't want to say, you know, I don't want people to see me and all. And you see, whenever I read the book, The Woman in the Dunes, was, and I said, I was actually setting up everything to do the review. And then I just thought to myself there and then, why am I doing this with my hands? You know what I mean? Let's get that away to fuck. There's no point doing that or even thinking or being worried about that. These people are nice guys and I want to stick around. That's another reason why my name's Eternal Reading. I want to be here forever. So even when I'm fucking gone, say, to touch wood, and hopefully not anytime soon, there will be these videos up forever with my noggin talking about books. And that was a thing I thought, I can't stop. And then I thought, if I'm not going to stop and I put this in my head, I'm going to be doing this forever. I can't be hiding behind the camera the whole time. I need to be there and I need to communicate with people. So that moment just went, fuck it, turned the phone around, showed my face and done my very first review with me there. And it was shambolic, as you say. I had the window open, the wind blowing, and oh, fuck, it was a nightmare. But I thought, I can't think too much about it. I says, Austin, just fucking, just post it. You know what I mean? You're only going to get maybe 20 people watching anyway. You know, so I just went with it. And you see, since then, that there fear of the face on the cameras just disappeared.
Yes.
So that,
great.
You know?
Yes, that's evident. Yeah, it's hard to get. I think most people are the same when they start off and they're worrying and they're trying to potentially control who they are through this medium, and that I think is a mistake because people really want to engage with the person that you actually are. And unless
Yeah,
you go full balls to the wall kind of thing, they're not going to get that, and you'll lose a lot of people because of that. The
yeah,
authenticity isn't there. But yeah, I'm really glad that you did that as well, that you eventually got in front of the camera, because people essentially, it's great to listen. I mean, a lot of people listen to videos, don't they? I do the same. If I'm painting, I'll listen to a conversation. Oh, Austin's gone. Oh no. Oh, no, what's going on here? Oh, there we are.
I don't know what happened there.
I tell you what it is. It's my fuck. It's probably my computer or something. But
Oh, it's all right. You can edit that bit out.
yeah, no. Well,
You
I
were
think
saying
I'll
when
just
you,
put it on warts and all. I like the
I
shambolic
I'm
influence.
happy enough. Well, you were
Okay,
saying there
so
you listen when you're painting, which I
yes,
think is very cool. That's nice. That's it must be nice to do that.
yeah. I mean, I think I don't think I've ever painted in utter silence before. You do need some kind of outside stimulus going on, because a certain amount of what you're doing, or the way I paint at least, a part of my brain's doing it automatically, and I'm almost an
Yeah,
observer of what I'm doing, and so I do need something in the background for interest. So podcasts usually, or long form videos where I'm just listening, but at the same time, I occasionally glance up, and so if there's someone there looking at me, it feels there's more it's like you've got company, if you know what I mean. I think a
yeah,
lot of
that's it.
people
No, that's
do that.
no, that's 100%.
Mm.
And I remember, see, when you talk about uh, your first time being on the camera, I went. Maybe I shouldn't have done this, Jimmy, but I went back to your very first video.
Evil.
And I seen it, and I thought, look, there's John Chapman, and you were completely different. You can see you're a bit more reserved. You know, you're a bit more in yourself.
Mm.
And then now, who he gets you, and you can see the difference. And maybe in a few years' time, I'll be a bit more calm and peace, or I'm hoping to get more better with all the editing shit.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not even worried about it at the minute. That's way in the future. But you can definitely see how even legs of yourself have had this journey, and
Mm.
you've changed as being more confident
Mm.
and more self on camera. And I don't worry. I'll not watch all them old videos too much, because I don't think you want me
Oh, I
to.
don't. I really don't mind. I mean, I would have taken them off if I was bothered. I mean, I do keep
No.
them there. Just is similar to you in a way. It's kind of an archive of your
Yeah,
experience being on here. So it's nice to see the transition. I don't know at what point I became myself. I think it was quite gradual, but
just
yeah.
took time. You know.
But it's like what you said. It's not. I reached the point where I thought I just don't give a fuck anymore, because I was really worried at
that
the beginning about being
that's the
misinterpreted.
best
Or
thing.
yeah, once you reach that
Is
point, it's great, because I mean, as long as you're not a bad person, you're not going to offend people. Essentially, I mean, I think we both
no.
like to use colourful language occasionally, but if you do that in your day to
Yeah.
day life, then let it out, I say.
Yeah, that's me. That's the way I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking like that since I was a wee lad,
Mm.
swearing, and it's
Mm.
it's it's quite normal over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of it's just our culture.
Yeah.
You could be sitting there in a work area and everybody's effing and blinding and winding each other up, but it's not offensive.
No.
It's the way we are. It's a very Northern Irish dialect way of talking. So it is. You
Right.
know, I can't change that, because that is who I am. There will be the odd word comes out that people might go bloody hell, or the odd dark joke, which
Mm-hmm.
people might go, fuck, that's a bit, you're a bit on edge here. But I don't mean to. And I mean, as you say, no offense. Like, it's just all fun and games. All fun and games.
That's right. And I think
It's the way to
it,
be.
it acts as a filter, really. I mean, if there's people
Yeah,
that really
100%.
don't like that, they'll just switch off. That's fine, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's all part of the game, really, I think.
And as you said there, Jimmy, the main thing that somebody had to was starting booktube or starting YouTube, their own channel, and they asked me what's the best thing to do or think about, but it's that learn to not give a fuck and just go with it. You can't change anything. You can't change what people think.
No.
But you can change of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And you'll find that no matter what people say or what people think or you can't put your thought and you can't put words in their head. So there's no point even trying it. So the best thing that you can do is only control what you can think, and that is not giving a fuck. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And it helped me. Like it really did. So it did.
Yeah, great. That's the, I suppose, what do you call it? It's the there's a word for this, the singularity, I suppose. It's not really the word, but that point where you just enjoy it. And so that's the other part, is enjoying what you're doing. If it becomes a chore, you just stop it. So this is, I had a chat with someone, it might have been on one of the live streams. It's all blurred together now, but it was the idea. Oh, that's right. It's a friend of mine who I've met through this. He's called Billy. He set up a channel, like a retro gaming channel, and it took off. And he did really well quite quickly, relatively quickly. But he was having to do so much research in the background that it was, I don't know if he was losing interest, but it was becoming more of a chore perhaps. And so you made this decision just to mothball it for a bit. So that would be a problem if, say, for example, your channel, for example, if it really took off and then you could quit your job, for example, and do it full time, but at the same time you lose interest. What's that?
My wife wouldn't let me.
Okay.
Have me stuck in here all day. That is not happening. No. So it's not.
Oh, well, that's fine then. You that's fine. That's never going to happen. Now, okay, this is interesting. Now that you've brought your wife up, so what does she think of what you're doing? Interestingly, so
I think at the start she was a wee bit worried. Like she thought my head was going, because I'm very obsessive.
Right.
I would be a sort of person that I get into something and I obsess over it. And I think maybe she thought, I know what I'm going to do, Jimmy, before we talk? I'm going to open my beer, because this is our
good man. I haven't got
morning
my beer.
Breakfast beer. Hello.
So what are you going with there? That's the ruby one. Yes, you said about that. Oh,
6.6.
Oh, crikey.
The strong one, mate.
Breakfast beer. Right, I haven't got my beer yet. I forgot. Bear with me for a second. I'll just go and get it.
Go get it. Go get it if you want.
Yeah. Bear with me. Here we go. I don't have it. Well, I've got the same thing I had last night. So Poretti. Oh yeah, sorry. We were talking. Oh, by the way, before we begin, let's cheers, my friend. Cheers. Yes. Goodness, this is naughty, isn't it?
Hopefully that's not me starting on all day here, Jimmy.
Oh dear. Yeah, me too. I actually woke up with a banging headache, but it wasn't drinking last night. I only had 2 beers, but I'm affected by the air pressure a lot. And so I get a headache all night and I wake up with it. I still got it now a bit, but hopefully the beer's going to take the edge off.
I'll cure you. So well.
So right, we were so your wife thought you were losing your mind, perhaps?
Yeah, that's what I was. She maybe thought I was getting too into it, obsessive maybe. But then this is just me thinking. What she said to me was, do what makes you happy. It's nice that you're meeting these new friends and these new people that you can talk to now for your books. Because it's funny, but you get to a certain age and you see all my friends when I grew up, and they're all friends still, but you all spread out and you all get married, you all have your kids, you all have your job, and you all kind of break up a wee bit. So for years, my close friends, people that I was talking to every day, would have just been people in work. And I think she was glad to see me actually getting out there and actually talking to people, new people
Yeah.
that are like-minded as myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it maybe surprised her that even she's seen it going. Because as I say, I maybe was doing this a month, 2 months, and it was not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then weird frequencies, it took off.
Mm.
And then I think my wife realized, she's like, "Oh, maybe he is doing it. No, maybe this isn't just a couple of months obsession. Maybe he is interested in doing this, proper." And then she accepted it. She was happy enough.
Mm.
Although I don't think she watches too many of them.
What?
I don't think she watches too many of them. She doesn't. I don't think she's any interest. But I do know one thing, Jimmy. Her sister watched that live stream I done with me smoking the cigar,
Oh yeah.
and she tied it on me and got me in trouble. So
Oh, oh no.
yeah,
Oh
because you're
dear.
not supposed to be smoking up there cigars. I hate cigars.
Oh
And then
no.
oh no! I
You've
said,
got
"How
to
do
be
you know
very
that?
careful.
Did you watch it?" And she goes, "No, my sister told me." I thought, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So
Oh, no.
watching now, say nothing.
So you were assuming your wife, she's not going to watch this. It's fine.
Yeah,
Absolutely fine. She had a
absolutely
spy.
fine.
No.
Oh, so I couldn't believe it.
But no, so that's a great point. So I'll get on to talking about my own wife in a moment, Vanessa. She just told me don't give me any abuse when I went up to get the beer. But anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, it's interesting that you're. So I've noticed this as well that yes, you have friends in real life. I don't actually have any friends in real life. I've got one who lives in Cornwall. I very rarely see him, but I've got my brothers and my sisters and
Yeah,
their
that's it.
partners and that. So
They
I
are your
have,
friends.
yeah, I've got a few, but at the same time, it's nice to have another set of friends that have very similar interests. And another thing is, as you get older, I'm talking from the perspective of being a man here. I assume it could be similar for women as well, but there you can become slightly isolated in some respects. Yeah,
Yeah.
people have children and that, and then perhaps the children leave home, and you need a place to gather with other gentlemen. Perhaps. I mean, I'm just talking about
Yeah,
men,
no,
but
I agree 100%.
hmm,
100%. I think that is it's a kind of a thing you have to do. And
hmm,
uh, starting this, that's the best thing about me starting this book channel was meeting people. It
hmm,
wasn't even so much the books.
yeah,
Yes, I'm in it for the art form of the books.
hmm,
Uh, I'm definitely in it for getting people to pick up books or just getting people interested in
hmm,
checking out something. It's that just that we sort of planting the seed in somebody's brain. That's what I'm in this for. I'm not one of them guys that's in this to go, oh, let's get thousands of subscribers and
no,
let's, let's monetize it and get money. I'm not even going to monetize this channel. I don't think I ever will.
hmm,
It's just, and what I was happy to get, as I said at the very start to my wife when I was doing this, I says I am happy to get 50 subscribers and just even having just a wee group of people to talk to, friends,
hmm,
and a wee community to talk about books. And if I get one person to pick up a book in a year, I'm happy. That was my goal.
right, yeah,
And inside the first month, I think I got, or 2 months after the weird frequencies, I think I got 100.
hmm,
And I was 50. I was looking, I got 100. And I thought to myself, I've done it. So everything else now is all good.
yeah, yeah,
And but going back to what you're saying about the friend thing, that is the 100% now. I realise that is the most important thing about it.
hmm,
It is that community.
hmm,
Not even so much. Yes, the books, obviously, that's what we're all here for, or the video games if you're into gaming.
hmm,
But it's the community. It's like all you guys and all the other community I'm with like Patrick and Michael, and then I've got you, Tim. Go see that wee Discord. That's so much fun. You know, you're the Palace of Pleasure.
oh yes, right, yeah, the Discord, yeah,
It's so much fun that, and then we've got another wee Discord, and you're on that all day, and I see people posting videos and people posting pictures and just having them conversations.
hmm.
That's what makes it special. That's the highlight of the whole thing. So I was
Yes, I
100%.
agree. I was surprised. I mean, I almost did it on a whim in a way. Although, as I was getting to know certain people better, Sefiros being primarily the main one, really, I thought, well, let's have a little place where we can, have a chat outside of the channel. And it's, yeah, I love it as a place just to hang out occasionally,
Yeah,
just superficially, just looking at what other people post or, having a chat about whatever. And yeah, and now I'm at the point where I think, my goodness, I'd be lost without that now. It's
yeah,
a vital component of the whole thing. The
but
other
yeah,
thing you were
100%. No,
saying,
it's good
oh,
fun.
sorry.
No, I was saying 100%. It's brilliant fun. That's the part that makes it. That's that wee extra bit that keeps us going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, and so also contingent on this idea of community and stuff, and like the size of channel, for example, you're not interested in getting loads and loads of subscribers. I
No,
think
not
there's
really. No.
no, yeah. So it's kind of it's good. I really appreciate the fact that the same with me. I mean, I've been doing it for well, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now, but I'm
Mm,
glad that it stayed small enough where this kind of thing can happen. So I know
yeah,
everyone who comments, and it's nice when to get a new one, but it's like friends commenting, for example,
yeah,
friends that I've never met. If it got too big, you would lose a lot of that, I think.
yeah.
So I'd like to put a lock on the door now, if ideally, but of course you can't do that. But yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Uh, it's a gift to have channel like a smallish channel,
mm,
or and you've got to the limit where you're happy to control and you're comfortable,
yeah,
and it would be nice if you could put a stop to it, but I don't think YouTube would like that because they want money.
no, no,
They want
true.
money. So, but yes, that's a good point. I think, as I say, I try not to think too much about the subscriber count. I thought if I do that, then you're going on a slippery slope. You're going in a
I've been
see if
there.
you're chasing numbers. See, as soon as you start chasing numbers, and it's all about the number game,
Yeah.
you're bait. I think you're bait. You're going on the wrong route. Then in my
It's a
opinion.
mistake. It is a mistake to do that. Unfortunately, I have been there. So I'd be looking at the stats daily, multiple times every day, and I'd be thinking, oh my God, I'm not getting, because it's like one of the main metrics for, I suppose, success, or whether you're doing the right thing, whether people like what you're doing. But of course, the thing I was missing was the fact that I already had a lot of people that liked what I was doing. So what's the point of worrying about new people coming when you've already got what you wanted?
Yeah, you've
That's
got
what it.
you've got your people.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't worry at all now. I don't even think about it. I do
It goes
occasionally.
back. It goes back to the comment, not giving a fuck,
Oh,
doesn't
definitely.
it?
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know. So it
Because
is.
you're getting something out. You're getting a lot out of it. I think the problem is, I think perhaps you experienced this right at the beginning. You start thinking, why am I doing it? And so I think for me, near the beginning, I lost my way, and I wasn't sure why I was doing it really until I started getting more, people, the community aspect
Yeah,
started coming. Because I think it was probably, I got to the point where I might have, I don't know, stopped doing it. But now I can't imagine not doing it. It's become
yeah.
a big part of my life. And so now we can talk about Vanessa, my wife. Uh,
Go
no,
for it.
what's that?
Go for it. Just make sure
no, no,
she
no.
might be what.
It's not a It's not negative at all. I think. Well, I think the trouble is, I think I'm the same as you. I kind of obsess a bit over things. I've never been diagnosed, but I must have a form of OCD anyway. I do think I'm a workaholic really, and so for example, I do this too much sometimes. So this
Yeah,
past
I'm the
week I've
same.
been on all the time. Yeah, okay, yeah, and so yeah, Vanessa, I think sometimes thinks I do too much, but it's not that she's more worried about me, burning out or worried for my mental health, perhaps, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it's coming from a place of love, Love, my loves. But but yes, she does watch some of my stuff as well. But more so when I'm just talking off the cuff, because she loves reading as well. But we read completely different stuff.
Right.
So yeah, we do talk about what we're reading, but it's it's not really for her, really. The science fiction's not really her bag.
She's missing out.
Yes, she is. Well, I've got her on the Silo trilogy now, the Hugh
Oh,
Harry.
happy days.
Yeah, so I don't know. She's gone a bit quiet about it. I don't know. How are you finding the Silo book, Bird? Hmm. Yeah, she doesn't like it. Joking.
Oh no.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she got a bit bored with the trudging up and down the stairs of the silo, but I think she will come back in. But she reads so quickly; it's unbelievable. Are you a fast reader, Austin?
I used to be. I see when I was younger, I would have read for entertainment, pure entertainment.
Uh-huh.
I didn't actually deep dive into the work. I wasn't trying to find themes, and I wasn't trying to see what the writer was trying to say or tell us. It was just entertainment, pure imagination escapism.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got a bit older and I started reading things of Lovecraft and weird tales, and then more literary work and classics, I just naturally started to slow down and read more deeply and tried to get more out of it. But then when the kids start coming along and growing up, you don't have the time to be sitting there devouring a big 1,000-page novel in a couple of weeks. So I started to naturally drift on to reading more short stories and shorter books, like 200 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my comfort zone now. There's my phone going. I find now that I've got to. I like the shorter novel and the shorter sort of book storytelling, and I get more out of it. So I'm quite happy just reading like 4 books a month, and if one book a week, and maybe four short stories a week, and I'm happy enough. I usually keep it like that. So
okay, that's a good. Yeah, it's good numbers.
I have slowed down.
Right, crikey! So you're a lot quicker before.
I was a lot quicker. Yeah.
Give me some numbers, Austin.
Oh fuck! I would have sat. See, like the talk like the Malison book of the Fallen.
Uh-huh.
I would have read that in a couple of weeks a week, maybe.
Oh,
and that's about over 1,000 pages.
Wow!
And then I would have just sat with a book constantly in the house, and when I wasn't playing my video games, I was reading. And when I was in work, I would have read every time I could. I know I would have. See, when there wasn't much happening, I went to the toilet, hiding. But that was years ago. Okay. I do that now. But I found you sometimes can reading too quick isn't really good for you either, because a lot of it goes in and goes out and it doesn't stick. You have to take your time.
Yeah,
you can't read a novel and get everything out of it with themes, just the prose and the style. If you're just going through it as quick as you can, how many can I get? Look, see them people that are trying to. Oh, I read 200 books this year.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything, because you could be reading 200 of shite.
Yes, that's true.
You know what I mean? And you can't remember the book you read 3 books ago. You can say, well, what was the book you read? What was your favorite book in the start of the year? And they'll go, fuck. And there's that many.
Yeah. And
there's that many in that's been consumed. That most of it's gone. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to. There's nothing wrong with reading slowly. There is no. What's the word? You're not going to get a Blue Peter badge for reading 25. You know what I mean?
It's true. It is true. However, for me, it's a hang-up, I suppose, from from school when I was at school. So I was in like a remedial reading. I had to be taken out of the class, and I had 1-to-1 because I was like way behind. I just couldn't read. I didn't want to read, and I think subsequently I realized that there's a couple of reasons. I probably needed glasses at the time, but that wasn't diagnosed. And also, I think I might also have dyslexia to a certain extent, because if I look at a page of words, I've got to really focus because they're kind of jangling around. So I used to read with a ruler under each line. I had to do it that way. I don't use a ruler anymore, but I have to take it slow. I can't read any faster.
I was the same, Jimmy. When I was in school, had to get took away to a certain. There was a wee caravan thing, and I remember they had the full class that were reading all these books or doing all these things, but you would have had maybe 2 or 3 of us that had to leave and go somewhere else to learn better. And I remember that in primary school, and we had to sit there, and I would have struggled really bad. I used to hate books. See, in school, when I was in primary school and all the way up to secondary school, I hated reading. Hated it. The teachers, and I could say that quite confident. I hated it. I did not want to know. I didn't want to read a book. Didn't want to look at a book. The only thing I was interested in was video games.
Yes.
I still am. But I would see books was nothing to me. And then I think my imagination. See, I used to love. See, in the 80s, I used to love I was born in 1987, but I used to grow up. I grew up watching 80s movies and see all that sword and sorcery, fantasy, SF. Just all them sort of movies.
Yeah.
I have, and playing the video games like Golden Axe and this goes on. I had this interest for fantasy and the weird and SF. It was always there. And there was a part of me was curious when I left school, around about when I was 15, there was this curiosity there. I thought, I want to go to them worlds. And how do I do it? And I was thinking, I've watched these films, I play these games. How else can I escape into these fantasy realms? And I went and I seen the very first book I seen the front cover, and I thought, that's for me. And it was Stephen Erickson's The Malazan Book of the Fallen, the very first one. And it was the old picture of the man with the sword. And that picture, I just thought, that's looks awesome. I picked that up, and I see when I started reading that, I was gone. I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
And see, as soon as I closed that book, I realized I've got all these worlds and all these characters that I can actually, find out now. It's new, and I see since then I haven't stopped. That was the pivotal moment, and it was after school. And don't get me wrong, I struggled at the start. Reading, there was probably words I didn't understand, and there was probably thoughts going over my head. I knew nothing about structure. I knew nothing about that. It was just full escapism.
Yeah.
But that's how you start.
Yeah.
And then after so long, you start to read in a different frame of mind. You start to be more critical.
Yeah.
You don't have to be completely critical, because that can be bad too. It takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
But you just naturally start to see what's good and what's not. It just comes after a while.
Yeah.
It did for me anyway. I just started being critical, and I didn't mean to. It just happened.
Yeah, yeah. Although a lot of people don't make that leap, that next leap. It's like watching like movies, for example, and then being aware of how it's been made, for example.
Yeah.
But a lot of people they'll never do that. They'll just read the book and just enjoy it for what it is. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. But yeah, some people like to look a bit deeper. But interestingly, it's quite extraordinary, but your gateway drug into reading is exactly the same as mine, because I didn't like being forced. I didn't like the prescriptive, you've got to read this book. I had fucking no interest whatsoever in reading Of Mice and Men, for example, or whatever else they were trying to shove down my throat. No, but then... Sorry?
I says, I still have no interest to read that.
No, no, bugger that. I'm not interested. Yeah, it might be amazing. I don't care. It was drudgery getting through it. Ah, what's going on? Oh, sorry, my computer. I thought my computer died. Then it just went all black. But the thing that got me was exactly the same as you. I saw a cover of a book, and for me, it was Raymond E. Feist's Magician. It was called. I don't know if have you heard of. Fucking shambles. Apologies. No idea. The whole screen went black, and then when you came back, there was no sound.
No sound.
I think it's my computer playing tricks. I have no idea at what point it cut out. Oh dear.
Jimmy, you need to get a GoFundMe page, and we'll all chip in, and we'll get you a new computer and a new setup.
I will. I mean, I've got some saved now because I did the commission for my soon-to-be brother-in-law. So I've gotten some towards getting the computer I want, but yeah, I'll get there eventually. I'm just just need to give it a damn good thrashing. That's all. Yeah, have you heard of Feist at all? Have you read any of his?
I have his book to read.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it there maybe last year. The first one, Magician.
Ah, yes.
And I haven't read it yet. It's the size now is putting me off.
Yes.
Because I see it's a big 800 page.
Yeah.
But I think it's a standalone anyway. You don't have to read the second one and the third one. So I may pick it up soon. I will. I'll pick it up soon, Jimmy. I'll review it. So I will.
Well, yes. I mean, I suppose, yeah, it's a standalone. It does continue. It's the Rift War saga, so there's loads afterwards, so you can continue. But the first one is self-contained. It is a big chunky devil, but I just loved it. And like you, I was transported to that other world. And like you as well, I grew up playing, well, for me it was, so I was born in 79, so I started out on a Commodore 64. But yeah, I loved gaming, but it wasn't enough. When I discovered this portal into literally another world, nothing can compare to that.
Your imagination can be very strong, and some people. There's people that say they don't get that with reading. I've talked to a few people, and they've says to me in the past, "How do you do that with reading?" I sometimes can read a book and I don't even see the words anymore. Obviously, I do.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I'm not in my own imagination that the words on the page don't even really exist. It's just you're actually visualizing everything. You're visualizing the buildings. You're visualizing the people. You're there like a movie in your head. And I've talked to people and they say they don't act, it doesn't do that for them. And I don't know if that's a thing that some people just have or some people don't. But I know that it was a moment. Oh, sorry, somebody just came in. Go on, Lena. That's a bit.
Warning spells activated.
That's it. It's a wee dog.
Yeah.
But no, as I says, I realised that I don't know if a lot of people have that sort of way of reading, but for me, that was the way it was at the start. Pure movie in my mind, and it's like opening up a gate, and you realised there's more than this one book here. I have loads, and you see, once you get that sort of feeling, it's hard to stop reading anymore. I don't think I'd went like a few days without reading something.
Yeah, it's addictive.
I don't like being trapped in here forever, Jimmy.
Right. No.
And my thoughts and this place, I like to be somewhere else, and that helps me get by. So it does 100%.
Yeah. So interesting. I mean, I don't want to go into too much depth if you don't want to talk about it, but I suppose for me, I use art and reading as an escape from my own head, like you're just saying there. Interestingly, if it wasn't for those things, I would lose it. I would lose it, So is that similar for you, or how are you
No,
coping with
that's the
something?
same.
Mm.
You have to, I use books and mine's music,
Hmm.
and video games
Yeah.
too. Video games, that's a switch off. That's a switch off for me.
Mm.
But my music, my guitar playing, and reading are my two sort of like going somewhere else, using my imagination and using my head, other
Hmm.
than overthinking and just everyday life, constant dialogue. Jimmy, and constant dialogue in your mind, and some of it you're not even understanding why it's saying it. It's just random shit.
Mm.
And when you start listening to the random shit, you're bait. So you either you use reading and music or gaming. That's my the three things that keep me going in
Yeah.
life. I would be lost, as you say. I would lose my mind.
Mm.
So I would,
Yeah.
100%.
Interesting. I do wonder how
You-
other people cope with life, just generally, actually, because for me, those things, yeah, like painting, writing, and reading, for me, those are the three for me. If I didn't have those things, it would be dangerous, really.
Yeah,
I'm not joking, I'm not making light of that. It would be terrible for me. It's bad enough as it is, truth be told. It's not good. I'm a bit up and down. I'm going through a good phase at the moment. But yeah, I wonder how other people go through life without doing those things. I guess everyone has their own thing that gets them through. Or
yeah,
maybe life isn't a purgatory for most people. I don't know. I'm not. I'm being facetious here. I'm not. Life is great, but sometimes your own brain can bring you down for no fucking
yeah,
reason.
yeah. And as I say, you need a valve.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's definitely my three, and
Mm.
that's why I know I'll be doing them three forever, because
Hmm.
I have to. It's my valve. If I don't
Yeah.
do it, my head will go. And I don't know how people go without reading. That's something that
No.
I see when I talk to people and they haven't read a book in their whole life or
Mm.
after school. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how could you live an existence
Yeah.
of just your world? If you know what I mean, just your whole existence is all what your world. You don't have this portal to another place. I don't know how people do it either. But there's thousands of people do it. There's more. I think there's more
Yeah.
non-readers than there is readers now, Jimmy.
Oh, for sure. It's getting
You
worse.
know? Oh,
But
I've gone out there.
I feel sorry for these people as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if their experiences of being made to read at school has buggered people for life.
Yeah,
No one
I
really
think it could.
likes being told what to do anyway. The last thing you want to be doing is being told what to engage with creatively. I mean, it's a horrible idea, isn't it, really, when you think
You,
about it?
you see when you're being creative, it has to be from your inner heart, your soul, your imagination. Whenever a teacher's handing
Yeah.
you a book as a child and saying, "Read that," and I want you to tell me what this story means, and I want you to tell me what you got from that, and I want you. That doesn't work. You have to say you're better off letting the kids go to the like pick their own books.
Definitely.
And I don't know the way they do it now in schools. Maybe they do that now,
Hmm.
but they didn't in my day.
No.
We were given a certain thing to read, and we had to read that book, and we had to figure out. And as you say, of mice and men and all this stuff. And I was wanting to read Conan the Barbarian, say,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I was wanting to read that, and I could see if they would have given me that stuff like that at a young age, I would have
Hmm.
been a Lord of the Rings. I mean, if they would have given me Lord of the Rings when I was in secondary school, that would have been me reading it. I would have thought to myself, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
But I don't know the way they teach it nowadays, but 100% it put people off.
Yeah.
It has put people off. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
that.
agree.
Of course, it has literature. Famous literature has. There's a reason it's famous. There's a reason why it's studied. But at the same time, forcing that upon these young minds that really couldn't give two shits about it, I think is cruel.
As
That
cool,
can
man.
come later. Um, I,
Yes.
I I think we were given like a free reading period once a week, I think, an hour you can read whatever you like. That was something, but that's a narrow little corner in which to
Yeah,
enjoy reading when the rest of it is so oppressive and you're writing essays and doing work.
yeah.
Ugh,
It
load of
becomes
shite.
it's becoming the, what is it they call it? Comprehension. And you have to write out, you have to read a book, and then you have all these questions on it and trying to remember what the plot is.
Yeah.
Uh, I say just let the kids enjoy the story for the story.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a work written after it. You shouldn't have to sit and think, why did such and such do this, and just explain it in a paragraph. It's like, no, just let the kids read Treasure Island and enjoy the story,
Yeah.
and they'll realize that it's fun. It's not a chore, and that's the problem with the teaching side of it for the primary schools. I think it's a chore.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh,
The
definitely.
kids would rather play their tablets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine what it's like these days. I mean, you can see why, reading is in decline. I mean, I've definitely read that before, that it's in decline. However, I mean, there is hope, I think. There's a hell of a lot of people that do read.
Yeah.
But yeah, tablets and screens and all of that. I mean, children grow up now where, before they can speak, they can navigate a screen,
Yeah.
which is quite crazy, isn't it, really?
What my wee girl can do on a tablet is probably more than what I can do now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She's so fast. She knows how to close things and open things, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting there and I'm like a dinosaur now. I'm good with a PlayStation controller, so I am. But you see when it's tablets and stuff, I don't have a clue. But they're clever, but they're maybe losing that common sense thing with kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Being in them computers, being in the screen all day. My day, it was probably the same for you, mate. When we were kids, we were out running about the street. We were out playing and climbing trees, and we were out all day. But I find that you don't get that the same now. And yes, the reading side will go. It's dropped big. No, it's dropped significantly. But people find their way. Some people do find their way, like me and you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's like, hopefully, I don't think it's ever going to die out.
No.
But I do believe that it has, in recent memory, dwindled down. Where there's not as many bookshops as there was, I think, back in the old days.
That's true.
You have your big ones like Waterstones or Barnes and Noble, but then we independent bookshops are dying out.
Yeah.
They're not, there's not as much anymore, and Kindle kind of maybe ruined that too. I fucking hate e-readers because I broke mine, and never again. But I don't. I know there's a lot of people love that, but see, if you buy all these e-readers and all these books, you're not helping out the wee small book community or the wee bookshops. You're only helping out Amazon, and at the end of the day, they can just take that off you tomorrow. And I don't know how people don't see that, so that's why I don't go near e-readers. But as I say, that's my opinion on that.
Well, that's a very good point. I watched a YouTube video the other day. I don't know how accurate this is, whether this is genuine or not, but it seems as though Amazon are going to arbitrarily kill off a particular generation of e-readers, through software. So you won't be able to use it anymore. You won't be able to download books. You won't be able to, I guess you'll be able to read what you've already got on there, I guess. But yeah, these things are not made to, they don't want you to just buy one e-reader for life. They want you to keep buying the devils.
Yeah, what they do is a bit of phones. After a while, they stop updating them. And then once you don't get the update, all them books, you probably can't read on it. So they're not really yours.
No.
You never owned them.
No, that's right.
Maybe a lot of people will fucking catch on now and move back to the the old paperback. And there's another thing that a lot of people's I've seen a lot of these videos recently popping up on YouTube a lot. The death of the mass market paperback.
Oh.
That's what apparently the last company in Europe that actually published mass market paperback books has went out. So there's not a company in Europe that actually makes mass market paperbacks, except Jake. He
Exactly.
We did. I think he kept it to be mass market paperback, but he had to actually. I think he had to go out of his way and do a bit of work and talk to the publisher or the makers of this to try and get it to this mass market size.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, it's not one of the standard templates, I don't think.
No. It's dying out, and I think he had to do the work to try and to get it at that size.
Right.
And so all them wee books you would have got back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and all your wee mass market paperbacks, you're only going to get them in the used bookstores now.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's the only books I buy these days, really. I only buy used books.
I'm going that way. I'm starting to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm dabbling occasionally with newer stuff because there's some really good stuff out there, but I do love plunging back into. It's like you used to like watching movies from the 80s, which I also absolutely love. But I love dipping back into books that were published either around the time I was born or during the 80s, or even back to the 60s. There's something about going back. It's like there's a treasure trove, know, back there that a lot of people have forgotten about, and it's it's rich for the picking, really.
As you say that's very true. I maybe when you get to a certain age, that comes to a lot of people. I find that I'm going back. I'm not interested in the new trends.
Nah,
I'm more going back, and I'm more even with movies and games playing the older stuff. Mm-hmm. Because the newer modern stuff that's coming out is just not any. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. No. And I don't know. Is it because we're old farts getting, Jimmy?
Yes,
maybe we're grumpy old bastards. I don't know. Maybe we're grumpy old bastards talking here.
Yes, there's a bit of that, maybe.
But I don't see the quality in the modern stuff the way the older stuff is. And I don't know, maybe it's me, but and what I believe is the quality is just going down. So
I agree. I think the trouble is new stuff is being aimed at a demographic that's perhaps we're on the periphery of now.
Yeah.
So we're not the target audience. And like movies, for example, I just can't stand new stuff really now. It seems dumbed down. They assume the audience are idiots largely. It seems you have to be you have to have your hand held throughout. It's like gaming as well. It's like they don't assume you have any faculties of your own. It's like back in the day, early games from the 80s, they were fucking brutal. It's like they don't give a fuck about you.
And you had to just go over and over again and play it over and over again, and that was the way it was. And you didn't have internet to help you. You had to just
exactly.
You had to go into the school and talk to people.
Yes.
And I'm stuck in such and such. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Do you not hear the up down left right A start cheat? and then, but they were good days. I missed the gaming magazines. Remember the gaming magazines you used to get?
Yeah.
I used to buy them. I used to buy them. And I think if you want to get the gaming magazines now, it's all digital. So it is. Yeah. I think it's all digital. You can't get the big magazine anymore.
It's a bloody shame, isn't it? I saved one old it's called Zap magazine from the 80s. So that covered Commodore 64.
Cool.
It is such a lovely thing that I'm so glad I kept that one copy. But they were works of art. I mean, the covers on those things were incredible, which kind of mirrored the the games of the time, because obviously the graphics were 8-bit. It kind of looked shambolic, really. But so the covers had to be incredible, and so
Yeah,
they had
they had
some
to
great
stand out.
artists. What's that? Sorry.
I says the covers had to stand out because that was
Yeah,
the main reason why you would buy the thing.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
yeah, I think the early noise it kind of went more digital covers for gaming as well. They started using 3D characters on the cover,
yeah,
and the same with books. You got this stage where it was just like you could tell it was just made with a computer and it was just clipboard. They would have just had a big name
yeah,
and they would have just got a couple of things and clipboard it together.
yeah.
I really love the 80s, 70s where your cover is an actual artist
Yes.
who's drawn it, and that is what you're getting. And I'm still like that. I hate modern day covers and things where the artist, and as you being an artist, Jimmy, I'm sure it pisses you off too. And you're looking and you're seeing a book cover or a game cover or a movie poster, and it's just the name of the film and the actor's name, and then maybe just one image of him standing there or something. And it's just
Yeah.
if you were to look back in the old 80s, like it was just so much better. Like look at the Dark Crystal. Do you ever see the artwork of the Dark Crystal?
Yeah, yeah.
All the actual paintings and all.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
brilliant.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
And
I
then
agree.
you look at the stuff nowadays. It's just 3D characters on a poster. It's shit. Like
Yeah,
So
it's almost an afterthought.
we're grumpy old bastards, mate.
We are. There's nothing wrong with that. No, you're right there. But I think, I don't know, especially like if we talk about gaming, for example, there was definitely a transition from really amazing, eye-catching covers to like nothing really. It didn't look very good.
Yeah.
And even the screenshots on the back were like, what have you put that on there for?
Do you know what I really miss in video games? I don't know if you miss this. The game manual.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember, you would have got like a game, and you would open it, you would have had a big book,
Yeah,
and sometimes they would have had like wee comics or wee stories in it, background stories. You could have got like the Legend of Zelda, and you would have opened it up, and you would have a poster, and then it would have told you, and it was colored. It was all colored paper.
yeah.
You don't see if you open a case nowadays. The best you're getting is a wee stupid little bit of paper saying
Yeah,
code of conduct or whatever.
yeah.
And sometimes the worst thing that's ever happened to me was I bought a game and then when I opened it up, it's got a download code in it.
Right.
And
Yes, it was.
That's happened to me a few times. You get the
Really?
case, you think you're buying the game, and then when you open it up, there's a download code. There's no
Oh.
disc, no cartridge, no fuck all. And that's what we're up against. That's just going to be the way it's going to be. That's
Yeah.
why I'm in the physical media and I always will be.
Mm-hmm.
We are out there, but
Yeah.
I think that the big corporations and the big people that make all them novels and all, they want to see it dying out. They want to have it digitally, 100%, especially in video games.
Oh, definitely. They want to charge the same amount of money, but give you fuck all for it, just to download.
Just 100%. They're winning, mate.
Sorry?
So they are. They're winning.
They fucking are. And unfortunately,
they're winning.
the generation that comes, the generation that's been beneath us, they don't give a damn, really. I mean, they're quite happy to go along with it. They just want to play the game. It's more immediate and all of that, which is fair enough. But I think what we're talking about now, we're kind of like people back in the 80s lamenting the introduction of CDs replacing big LPs. But at the same time, those LPs were incredible, weren't they? The art that was in those.
But LPs are coming back now.
True, that's true. Yeah.
So maybe these things have a turnaround. Maybe people will, after a while, start collecting games and start, maybe, but because things have a trend. These things go up and down.
Yeah.
So hopefully when we're a lot older, we'll turn back and we go, we fucking told you.
Yeah.
And my kids will be wanting, why I don't have anything. Dad, I bought all these video games, but Microsoft took them all off me.
Yeah.
And I can turn around and say, well, you know what, son, I'm all right because I got about 300 in a case in the back here, and we can play any one you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my way of thinking.
Yeah. Build your own library. I think there's a lot of people doing that.
Yeah.
It is in film, like DVDs were like, you can buy them for pennies now, but at the same time, the quality is, of course, it's lower than high definition stuff, but it's watchable, isn't it? And
yeah, it's yours.
Yeah, it's absolutely
fine. That's the way I look at it. It is yours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, we're just old buggers, I'm afraid.
I think we're old buggers. We'll be here as long as they don't take our alcohol off us, Jimmy.
Oh my God, no. Well, have you ever? Sorry, this is going off on a tangent here. Have you ever done any home brewing? Have you ever dabbled? No.
I wouldn't have a clue, mate. I just drink it. I'd be a great tester.
Yeah, well, it's very easy though. It is easy, and the chances of you killing yourself are very, very low. So it's worth a try.
I may have to look into that.
Well, so for example, I mean, I've done it in the past quite a lot. I used to make kind of country wines. So,
all right.
Yeah, just so for example, there's down the road, there's loads of dandelions. So all you'd have to do is pick all of those, pick a great big bunch of them, stick them in a bucket, add water, let it sit for a while, and then all you're adding to that is sugar and yeast. You kind of you're making a brew really, and then a couple of months time you can neck it. Yeah,
and that's it. Probably the best drink you ever drunk.
Well, yes. I mean, the thing is, there's no additives for one thing. There's no crap in it. And
keep the weight down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, potentially.
There's a guy that was commenting on the Palace of Pleasure, and he was on your last night's stream.
Oh yeah,
brewery. It's an AS brewery.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to him because he see after your stream last night, Jimmy, he gave me a message through your Discord.
Oh yeah,
Palace of Pleasure. And he is sending it to me a lot of his English blend pipe tobacco.
No way.
He's not going to smoke. So thank you very much if he watches this.
Great.
And I was like, no, mate, I have to give you a few pounds for this. Like, you know what I mean? It's just when you're mentioning brewery, it reminded me of him. And he's sending me a lot of pipe tobacco. So I wouldn't have had that if I didn't have this booktube channel. So
that's true. Yeah.
There we go. We're winning. We are.
But so lots of generous people out there, aren't there? I mean, that's the thing. Definitely, we're going to go on to pipe smoking in just a moment. But yeah, I think I saw you chatting with him about what kind of blend you were smoking. So why did you or how did you come to adopt the pipe?
Years ago, I used to be a really chain smoker.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a lot younger. I would have been rolling tobacco and, well, we'll just say it, fuck it, cannabis.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So I was smoking that, and then I stopped for years. But I don't think that love and the addiction, no, not addiction, because I love smoking. But I don't think it ever went away. And whenever I started seeing a lot of people vaping,
like me,
I always thought, right, my wife started vaping, and I always thought I want to start again, but I don't want to start cigarettes. I don't want to go back to that slippery slope and going into cigarettes and all. And I don't know, but I have a thing for the 1800s. You know, the 1800s, the old kind of times.
Yeah.
And then I went in it, as you say, you get obsessed and you dive in and you start doing deep dives. And I started doing deep dives into the old tobaccos and stuff like that, and then I realized,
bastard, this bloody thing is shambolic. Oh hell, keeps cutting out. Oh,
I can see you. Like,
yes, you're back. Sorry, there must be some kind of timer.
I must be a timer.
Yeah.
So I got into that, tobaccos, and then I think it's that mentality of being obsessed with something. And I like to be different, Jimmy. I like to not. I don't like to follow the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but I like to be my own person and do my own things.
Mm.
And I thought, this is different. I would like to do this. And I think there's a lot of people. I do believe this. I think there'd be a lot of people that would like smoking pipes.
Mm. Yeah.
They would like to try it out, but they have that little fear in them, thinking, what will people think if I pull out a fucking pipe and smoke it?
Mm.
And or people will stare at me like I'm a weirdo, you know. And but see, once I actually got the first one last year, or 2 years ago, I was smoking cigars, and then they were too expensive. And see, as soon as I took the first puff, I just realized then, oh, this is for me. I should have been doing this when I was 20.
Yeah.
And my dad was a big pipe smoker, and I think that was maybe why it got me kind of interested. I for years smelt my dad's pipe tobacco in the house.
Yeah.
And I always loved the smell of it. And it was maybe that nostalgia as well.
Yeah.
And I never left. I'm going to spark this up, like, because nobody's in now. So
yeah.
There we go. Hopefully my wife's sister's not watching.
She's watching. She will be watching. Right. Yeah. So interestingly, I guess it's part of the thing I used to like about smoking roll-ups was the ritual of making them. You know, I loved making the cigarette. So I suppose there's a certain amount of ritual associated with pipe. Yeah, the way you control the draw and everything.
Yep, you have to pack it right for a start. So you have to take your time, make sure you pack it right. And it's a relaxing thing. If you smoke it too quickly, it'll go out and it'll burn your tongue. You get tongue bite. If you don't take the puffs, enough smoke of it, it will go out as well. So you have to try and keep it at you have to keep puffing at it at a limit to keep it lit.
No way.
And you find that when you're smoking a pipe, it's a very relaxing thing. It just calms you down because you're getting the nicotine as well in the mouth, you know, the receptors in your mouth. So you find that you sit there and your hand to keep puffing, and you don't realize it, but you could sit there for half an hour, and it's a time to just slow down.
Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons why I love pipe smoking, because it's a slow down. You can't run about. You know, like a fag's a quick thing. You just stick it in your mouth, you light it, you throw it away. And it's a nicotine hit, and that's you away with your day.
Yeah.
With a pipe, it's more you have to sit down and think about it. Take your draw and temper it down and all. And then once you get into the flow of it, you don't even think about it anymore. It just comes naturally.
Right.
You just start naturally smoking it, naturally tempering it down, and it's a switch off. I'm telling you, I don't understand why it's dying out. It's something that I love. It was one of the things that I started, and I should have started it when I was younger.
Right, I'm really tempted now.
I'm telling you, and see some of the blends you get. Talk to your guy Brewery on your Discord. I think he's been on your Discord for a while. He could tell you a thing or two. There's not many of us out there anymore, but it's really relaxing. You know what you could do, Jimmy? Get a wee starter kit. A wee starter kit. You can buy them online.
Okay.
Get a pipe, and it'll be a cheap pipe. It'll be like, not the best, but a pipe's a pipe, for fuck's sake. And you get a pouch of the bag, and you get a temper. Try it out, and smoke one bowl a night, just one bowl, and sit down out the back even, and try it out. And if it's not for you, that's okay, because it might take a wee while to get used to it.
Yeah.
But if you find that, you know, after a couple of nights of it, you might get a tongue bite. You know, the tongue bite thing I was telling you. But you see, once that starts to naturally go away anyway, and then it just becomes, you find yourself sitting going, see when you're stressed out and you want to just slow down, it's like a thing I do now. I see if I'm running about and I'm doing stuff and I'm in my head or whatever, I'll just say, I need a pipe. That's what I just say now to my wife and all. So I need a fucking pipe, and I'll go and I'll sit somewhere for half an hour out the back or at the window, and I'd be lost without it now. So
Yeah, it's like a self-imposed form of meditation, I suppose.
Yes, that is the best way of putting it. It's like a self-imposed part of meditation.
Yeah. But the thing is with smoking a cigarette is that it will last, what, 8 minutes if you're lucky, and
Yeah,
then you're
so
done, and then you got to go. You got to do something.
yeah,
It's more contemplative, that form
with a
of
pipe, you have
smoking.
time. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the time and effort to pack it. Make sure you keep it lit, and then when you're finished smoking a pipe, you have to clean it.
Right.
As well. You don't just fuck it into the bin.
Right.
So you have to get like your stuff out and you clean it. And see, every week or every couple of weeks, I get all my pipes. I got 7 of them. This is a Peterson.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it is.
It's lovely, yeah.
And every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks, you get them all out and you give them like a good clean. And I find that's relaxing as well. It's a form of meditation. That's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, certainly.
Well,
It sounds like it. I mean, that's. I think that aspect of it also appeals to me, just because I loved rolling
yeah,
so much. But I remember, like back when I was a child, back like the late 80s. I remember there were lots of people still smoking pipes then. A lot
my dad
older
was one of
gentlemen.
them.
Yeah.
To say my dad was a big pipe smoker.
Yeah. And I remember walking behind someone smoking a pipe and thinking, my God, that smells wonderful. It's not like a cigarette smoke. It's
Nothing like it.
No,
Nothing like it.
really fragrant, and I mean, smell all kinds of things within it.
There's
it's a lovely
so
smell.
many different blends. There's so many different mixtures. You can do your own. You can get different blends, mix them up, and try yourself. And
No way.
it's an art form.
Yeah.
It's a different class of smoking. It's not a quick fag, go in the bin.
Yeah.
It's not kind of. It's not. I'm not saying it's a posh way of smoking, like an upper fucking class snob. But it is. There's more to it. There's an art form to pipe smoking.
Yeah.
And that was what drew me into it. And I've said to a few young. This is another thing, Jimmy, as well. See, when I'm actually out smoking my pipe, people look at me, and I've had this comment a few times. Are you not a bit too young to be smoking a pipe?
Really?
And I'm going, what are you talking about, mate? I'm over fucking 18, like. And then they would say, they're stuck. They don't know. And then I find after a while, see, when I'm talking to them for a wee bit, they're curious. I think they're kind of going, what's it like? And I see once I say what I just said to you, but relaxing and all, they kind of go to themselves, no, I might try that. And the best one I have is, well, how much is your box of fags? And they'll say 40 quid. And I say, well, I just got 50 grams of pipe tobacco for 20.
Yeah, well, there you go.
They're going, what? And I say, yeah, it's because the British don't tax pipe tobacco as much because it's, I don't know why, maybe because it doesn't sell as much, or maybe because it's for the older generation.
Yeah.
But you see the way they were taxing your rolly tobacco and your cigarettes, they didn't touch pipe tobacco too much. It's got let off. So we're still kind of in the cheap market.
Yeah.
So we are.
You don't want too many people smoking it then.
No. I think you get it.
Okay, lovely. You don't work for the tobacco industry, do you?
Maybe you fucking should. Maybe I should, eh?
Well, I mean, yeah, in this country, they tax tobacco. Well, it's crazy what they do. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I remember we went to back in 2017, 8 years ago. We went to 9 years ago now. Went to Japan for a holiday. So I thought I'd show Vanessa, where I used to live and all that. And a pack of 20 over there then was like £2 something. Because they don't tax it hardly at all.
The British government they are taking the piss, like. I'll say that. Maybe it's not the best way of putting it on live stream, but we really are taking the piss of the tobacco industry. And I'll know the others. And they say, it's because of the NHS. That's a lot of shite. And that's it's an easy way to get money.
Oh, and for sure.
It's all right for these fuckers to go off on big holidays and all their bonuses they get every year. In Britain, you're not allowed to get a wee fucking a wee packet of tobacco, you had to spend 40 quid in a 20 pack in it. I think it's £40 for a 20 pack now.
Is it really? Fucking hell.
Regal. That's mental, like.
Mm.
And you go on holiday anywhere in Europe, and you could buy the same thing for like €4.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
That's they're robbing, like they're robbing.
Oh hell, it's gone again. Fucking useless. What is wrong with me here? Absolutely shambolic.
I wonder why it's doing that.
I no idea. So the computer's all right. I suppose the internet potentially, but I think there might be some limit where it times out, but it doesn't say anything about that.
No, it just drops us off.
Yeah.
But sure, we just open a new portal, Jimmy.
Exactly, but there's always more portals. Unlimited.
The problem is the editing must be a nightmare.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking, oh fuck. But it's okay though. I do like editing. It's so I used to. So when I was studying art, I did a lot of video work. So I've been editing stuff for 20 odd years. So I've always enjoyed doing it. But the longer the video, obviously, the trickier it becomes.
The trickier it becomes.
So I try to limit that to a bare minimum, because we were talking about editing, the fact that you don't edit much, but I think that's a good thing, because I think if you edit too much, you break that kind of conversational, because essentially you're having a conversation, though it be one-sided with your viewer. The moment if you keep doing these jump cuts, I know it's become the new thing. People do do these slow zooms.
I don't think I would edit that way. If I was to edit, it would be more. Mine would be, I would like to keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
But in my way, I want to be able to show, maybe, like say I'm talking to you now and this is a video and I'm talking about an author. I would love to be able to just bring up an author's face in like the corner.
I see. Yeah.
If I'm talking about a book, show like images, like a bit of art form from the novel. Say it's, somebody's written or drew a big picture, and then I'll cut into that picture, showing the picture.
I see.
I wouldn't cut my actual voice, and maybe music the odd time if I'm showing images, but that would be it. You see that where you're talking and then it cuts, and then I'm over here and I'm talking and then it cuts, and I'm looking over there and all. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing any of that. No. I would be not cutting anything out with a conversation. It would just be images. That's the way I'll go with my channel.
I see. Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad I didn't think you were going to do, lots of cuts or anything like that.
No, fuck that. That's too much work, mate.
And that. Yeah. I mean, that's the other reason I don't tend to do it much either, is because, you can record a video relatively quickly, but then the editing, so I'll record, say, a 20-minute review, and then it takes me 3 hours to fucking edit it. And I'm thinking, why am I spending that much time?
No, fuck that.
Nah.
I don't see when I do a 20-minute review at the minute, my editing is I look at the picture, the thumbnail, and maybe have to take a new picture or take the picture of the book and put it onto the thumbnail and then upload it. And that's it. See, once it's uploaded, the only editing I do then is change it from private to public.
I see.
And that's
it. You're living the dream right there.
Yeah, that's all I do. But I would like to maybe show some images.
Yeah.
That would be the way I would go. I would like to show, like, say in my last review, I was talking about Philip Roth. Well, I had it where I was sitting talking about Philip Roth, and I had my computer in front of me, and I was cheating. I was using dark magic, and I had the Wikipedia up.
Dark magic.
And I was watching the scene where he was born. It showed you him as a young Philip Roth, and I was showing you where he, his house and stuff. And I thought I would love to be able to, while I'm reading this out, talking about this, I could show him on the screen, and show his house on the screen, stuff like that. That's the only editing I'll be doing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's very easy to do. I mean, you'll very quickly get to grips with that. That's
as I said, well, that's new computer. That's what I'm hoping to achieve in the next few months.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, you just need to do an intro now where you're dancing, though.
with flames flying out and all.
Yes, yes, yes.
That
Need to
would be
get
good
some
fun.
ropes.
Uh,
Uh,
so it would be.
I tell you what, this breakfast beer thing could catch on, you know.
I'm telling you, I'd be quite happily doing it fucking every week.
Me too. It's so lovely. I've got that nice pleasant buzz in the background now. Of course, I'm going to
Yeah,
crash and burn later, but
that would be all right.
yeah, I think it's fine, isn't it? I mean, this is something we could talk about just briefly, perhaps, but I suppose like the British drinking culture, I don't know how it would differ in Northern Ireland, for example. I mean, is similar, is it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
we would be quite. It's just the norm.
Hmm.
It's actually, see, when you hear somebody saying they don't drink,
Hmm.
you look at them funny. You
I
know,
spit in their faces.
what?
Joking.
No way. But it's normal here. We're not like. I think the Americans, they maybe look at us as we're fucking nutcases. I don't know. Every time you're uploading a video, and every time I'm uploading a video, I'm either half pissed or I've just after drinking one or something.
Yes.
But to me, I would every weekend I like to have a few drinks.
Yeah.
And I could quite happily have a couple of beers in the morning and then just stop. It's
Mhm.
when you keep going,
Oh yeah.
it's when you're beat.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I've
a problem.
enjoyed this is an enjoyable two drinks, and
Yeah.
then I'll probably not touch it the rest of the day, and then maybe have 3 or 4 tomorrow. That's the way I would roll. Like seeing a school night, as they call it, I don't
Yes.
touch it at all.
No. Okay. Yeah. Same with me. I don't typically drink during the weekdays at all, just because I'm a driver and I don't like any. You know, one in the evening's fine, of course.
Yeah, one's fine.
Yeah. In the over the weekend though, all bets are off.
Yeah, 100%, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And they're the best nights, Jimmy. The best nights are the nights where you don't plan it,
Oh, for sure.
and you just get. To be honest, the past couple of months, see the Thursday nights live streams that you've done,
Hmm.
they've been so much fun for me because I always jump on a Thursday night because Thursday night's my drinking night because
Oh
I'm off
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I found your channel there at Christmas, or just after Christmas, and I think it was your first live stream was going up, I thought I was having a wee drink, and I thought, oh, I had to jump in this. This could be good fun.
Hmm.
I seen your character and the way you are, and you're just good fun. And I thought, well, I'll jump in here, and I jumped in, and sitting there at half cut. Fuck the laugh I had with likes of all the people commenting on you and their music and the quiz, and that's been a thing now for me every Thursday. I see every time you have a live quiz, my wife even knows now. I'm saying I'm going to the stream's coming up. I'm away to watch this stream, and she just knows that's my Thursday night now. And I'll sit and have a few whiskeys and a few beers
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
watch you watch everybody in the stream and all the comments, and it's so much fun. As I say, that is
you.
and I'll sit there with a few beers, a few whiskeys, and that's my start of the weekend.
Oh,
So
that's cool. Apologies to your wife, however. Sorry.
no, she's happy enough. So she is.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I suppose that live stream is kind of like it's like almost like a virtual pub. I'm imagining it. So
Yeah.
we all kind of get together. But as you say, it would be hellish if all of you weren't there. You know, I couldn't do it obviously, but all the comments are so great. And it sparks up random conversations. The amount of information people know, this random trivia, it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun because I used to get really stressed doing them at the beginning. I've done it for a while now. And I'd finish at the end. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not doing one of those again for a month. I used to do them once a month.
No, they're absolutely brilliant. See, there was one night I think you were having problems with your connection, and but that made it more fun. I think the stream went down 4 times. And fuck, it was hilarious. Every time it was going down, sure, we were all in the comments going, "Oh no, new portal."
Yeah.
And then we went, but it's the same crowd. You see, like the Sefiros and Goatman and Chris from Minimal Spaces and Josh, and it's like when you're joining your live stream, it's like jumping in with friends. It
Yeah,
really
that's
is.
cool. Yeah, I'm glad it's like
I'll,
that.
I'll, I'll be around. If you keep doing them, I'm always going to be there.
Sweet.
100%.
Yeah, I'll keep doing them. Don't worry. I'm glad. You enjoy it. Yeah, I really love doing it now. Although I'm spending a little too much time doing those bloody intros. I've
Them intros have been quite epic lately. They have been. They've been very epic. Uh, that one there, was it the Gladiator, and then you
Oh
had the
yeah.
one with the Dirty Dancing. Oh,
Yeah.
that kicks off the stream brilliantly. And then the one last night with Eddie Murphy doing the scratch with
Oh yeah.
beatbox thing, and then next thing you know, Van Damme's doing the splits constantly, up and down, up and down. I was fucking, I was in stitches. I was just laughing, like going, "Fuck, this is kicking off nicely." And
Van Damme.
it's funny how I think like gold and all the
Yeah.
songs you could get, all the conversations that happened, all the wee quizzes, and you can. But when you get a good crowd of people, you can make conversations and make things out of anything. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. Again, it all comes back to the community. You know.
Definitely. And I
Mm.
think because I always worry about if a theme is too narrow, I think, well, this we're probably going to have to resort to just playing whatever someone wants to play. But then it's incredible how much or how ingenious people are at getting around it, or the finding out songs that will fit. And it's like I'm going to relate it to painting here, but you can paint from a limited palette. So that's a form
Yeah,
where you can do so just a few colors, but then it's amazing what you can accomplish with very few things. And it's the same kind of
very
thing with
little.
that.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's true. So as
But that day where it kept closing, that was copyright problem. So occasionally that will happen, but sometimes it doesn't. It's just completely random.
you were a bit worried yesterday
I
when I seen
know.
when you opened up the new portal, your face at the start of that video. You were like,
I know. I thought I'd done. I thought
"Is
that was
anybody
the
there
end.
yet?" And then see when you seen all the comments coming up, you were like, "Oh, thank God I'm back. Oh, we're
Yeah,
back, we're back." And I could see the fear in your eyes there, mate. You
I
were
know.
fucking stressing it for a minute. You thought that was you down for good.
It's dangerous. It is dangerous. I think I am playing with fire, but at
Yeah.
the same time, so if you look at my live stream, like on the panel, YouTube Studio thing, they're all red, like copyright flag, 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 flag. But they do allow it. That's the thing. I mean, if it was completely against their policy, it wouldn't even be there. So I'm going to do it as
Because you're
long
not
as they allow
monetizing
me.
it. And because you're not monetizing it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there you go. There was last night's stream. After your painting one, I went down, and then last night it didn't go down at all.
I know that's the curious thing. I think the problem is, right. So when I go back and look at a live stream the next day, it'll tell you what caused the problems. Normally, it's just one track that has worldwide. You're not allowed to use it
You're not allowed.
basically, and then
Yeah.
so it'll keep looking the robots in the background keep looking at that, thinking shit no, and then they'll close you down. You'll go back up, and then they think, oh look, he's still up, and then close you down. That's what happens, I think.
Nah, it probably is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
something like that.
it's part of the game, isn't it? Part of the fucking game, yeah.
Yeah. Why not? I like to live dangerously. I would put
Yeah,
the clip
that's
up
it.
now, but I haven't got it.
Oh, Austin Powers. See when I
Yeah.
first seen that. See when I first seen Austin Powers popped up, I thought that fucker's done that for me, and he's taking the piss out of me here. There's Austin Powers, like, and because see when I was in school,
Oh,
I was tortured. Well, not tortured. It was good fun, like.
hmm.
But for the whole 5 years I was in my secondary school, I was called Powers.
No
So
way.
because of Austin Powers, it was called Powers and Stone Cold because of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
Oh.
I don't mind Stone Cold, but Powers, I used to fucking go, oh no, no, it's brilliant, like, so it's funny. I laugh at that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that association, so don't worry. Yeah, it wasn't
No,
personal.
Just seen it, and I thought, oh no, here we go. It's Powers is going to be about it. But no, it was all good. I'm thick skinned, so
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I think. I am relatively. I mean, I don't get too many like negative comments. I don't know if you've had too many yet. Occasionally you
I
get
haven't,
some bastard, but
I haven't had any yet.
oh great, you might now.
Not yet.
No, no, you're
Well,
joking.
maybe after this. I challenge you to send me bad comments on
No,
whatever.
no, don't say that.
I don't think it would bother me too much.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
I kind of think I would joke with them back. I don't know what way they would take the joke back. That's
Hmm.
why I always thought if somebody gave me a bad comment, then I might write something back, and I don't know if that would be. I would maybe joke about with them,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they'd come. I'm always thinking, would I come across as being a cunt, like a bad guy,
Okay.
or will they not see me as just I'm joking, I'm banter. It's banter. I don't mind banter. And I
Yeah.
might banter back, but sometimes if somebody's giving me a comment and I was to say something back, I think, fuck, they maybe think I'm being nasty. And then I would stop a bit and I'd go, but I haven't got there yet.
I think no, that's good. Hopefully you won't. I mean, the trouble is, there's always some fucking troll waiting to pounce. Unfortunately,
I will now after me saying that. Like,
what's that? Sorry.
I says I'll probably get them now after me saying that.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, tempting fate. But I think the thing is, I think your videos and mine will largely go out to people that they either like what you're doing or they don't. The trouble is, occasionally you'll get someone that has got to be in their bonnet for whatever reason, and they'll pursue you. But there's nothing you can do about that either. I tend to just ignore it and hope for the best. But
just move on.
yeah, exactly.
If they
Life's
don't
too
like
short.
if they don't like your content, they shouldn't be back repeatedly.
No.
If they do keep coming back repeatedly, it means they're doing something maybe right. You know, they want to come back.
Maybe.
Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know. There's a lot
Maybe
of
they
evil
secretly
people.
actually like you, and they're maybe hating themselves a wee bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to work out really sometimes. I mean, I've had, for example, I mean, I don't want to tempt fate here, but I don't really care anymore. But so I've had someone in the past that's kind of, for whatever reason, pursued me in certain ways and like give me like a negative review on a book just out of the blue for no reason. So I've had that before. So I don't know what brings people to do that kind of thing. So it seems very personal.
I think it's people that are sad inside. I think they're not happy with themselves, because I find that people that are very happy with themselves, they don't want to bring other people down.
No, that's right.
When there's something that's wrong with you, or your life's shit, you want to bring people in the gutter with you, and that sometimes is the way. It's a psychological thing. It's sad. Sometimes you're better off just ignoring them. I see all the time growing up. When I was growing up, I ran about with a lot of people on their drugs and stuff. And I know boys that were that heavy in drugs, and their own worst enemy was their self.
Yeah.
And instead of going on the good, when everybody was trying to give them help, they would have went a different way, just out of hate. And I don't know why that was, and I there's people like that. It's a form of depression, and I think when you get these internet trolls, they're people that are not in a good place, and they're spending their days just bringing other people down. That you do get that. You'll get that everywhere.
Yeah,
you will.
Sure.
And sometimes you just have to ignore them, or just ask them, "Are you okay, mate? You can talk to me."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's the thing. It's I mean, the first couple of times that happened to me, because I'm quite a sensitive fellow, actually. I take things. I don't take it on the chin. I take it on my wand, and it can be quite painful. But now I tend to just I ignore it, or I interact in such a way that to try to make a joke of it or whatever.
Play.
But yeah, at the end of the day, just you can't let other people bring you down, really, because it's an easy thing to accomplish, isn't it? It's easier to make someone unhappy than it is to make them happy. So
100%, and you find that it's the easy option is the option a lot of people will take.
Yeah, it's just trying to get a rise out of you, I suppose.
Yeah,
for shits and giggles.
Here, can I have a favour, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Can I go for a piss break?
I need to do exactly the same thing, so that's perfect.
Break time, and I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, see you in a bit.
Happens when you have a beer breakfast.
Hello.
Hello.
Got a fresh one. Oh dear.
Nice, so I.
Ah, splendid. Yes, we're on the same. Okay, so this is a 2-beer chat.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Your
I'm not getting my wand
book?
out. Oh, yeah.
You see, when you wrote all these stories, did you go? You didn't plan any out for this novel. Were they all individual short stories, and then you decided, I'm going to put them all together and make a short story collection, or did you go out knowing that you were going to make this short story collection originally? You know, I don't know if it was like you were planning to make a short story collection, or you were writing them individually, and you just had stuff to do.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so, well, it began really with the very first story in it. What's it called again? Fuck.
Last Man.
Last Man. I did write that, you know. I just forgotten the title. So I wrote that for, it was a kind of a submission for an anthology of dark science fiction stories.
I think I remember you saying that actually. Maybe I'm asking you a question I've already asked before, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
That.
Yeah, so, well, I did that. It wasn't accepted, and I thought, oh, I've got this story now, and I've got some other ideas, because I always write down ideas for stories, but don't always write them up. And I thought, oh, let's just write some more, you know, and then I thought, oh, yeah, and then put them in a collection, just a small one. So that was the thing that started the ball rolling. So that first one, Last Man, was the first short science fiction I'd ever written. Because I love reading it, but I'd never written any.
That's very good too.
Sorry?
I liked. It was very good. I liked the body horror. So that the body horror. See that they're the man in space, or the man on the moon.
Yeah.
With his body starting to change and fall apart and all. It was very good. It was well done. And then he was taking the girl up to show her. You have a very good imagination, Jimmy.
Cheers.
I'm looking forward to your next collection. You say it's hopefully coming out this year.
Yes, it will be. Yeah, I've got so I've written, I think, 4 stories for it, and I'm on the 5th one at the moment. I might try and get about 8 done before I do this, just to make it a bit more. It's a bit more to read, perhaps. I've got some other ideas ready to go. I just need to sit down and do it, really. But that first one you're saying about the body horror, I think we might have talked about this before in comments, but yeah, I'm a big Clive Barker fan. So I do like, a little bit of body horror. So that first one began in a way with the idea of what would happen if you were to get out of your spacesuit on the moon, you know, what would happen? Obviously you would die, but so I had to research a bit what would happen, and then if you were able to survive, what would happen then? You know, you'd freeze or you'd begin to freeze and all of that. So that
the bit where his lower jaw fell off.
The
bit where his lower jaw fell off, and I just pictured him standing there with just this terrible grin, you know. And I remember there was a comment you made when he got the girl. He was talking about fucking masturbation in space, and I thought, I laughed. Like, I don't know if you remember that. Like, we talked about that, and I thought, fuck, I've read 2 stories, or 3 stories now. This is the first 3 stories I ever read of your work, and all 3 of them I had 2 other men thinking or doing masturbation, and then in the third one, the girl in the apartment was masturbating. I thought, fuck, am I going to have every story here? Everybody's going to be fucking masturbating here, right? And I thought, I better not mention that on the review. But I thought that'd be brilliant if every story had one. And then that would be something that I'd be able to say to you in comments. I said, "You got something. There's something. I'm getting a trend here." So I'm Jimmy.
I don't know where that's coming from. But
After the third one, it went away. So you're all right. But that was my
yeah.
first three.
Oh,
And I
that's
laughed. Like I
interesting.
thought, "Fuck, there's these stories now." So that was good. It made me laugh. Like,
But yeah, so as a kind of a joke, I did, so the story I put in for Weird Frequencies, it didn't call for it, but I managed to get a penis in that as well.
yeah. Your man, I think he was sitting in the chair,
That's right.
and was it the wife was coming in, or the wife and the mother-in-law? I can't remember. And when they walk around, he's sitting there pulling the cock himself, something like that.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So it's the point where he's disintegrating really, because whatever this thing is, it's breaking him apart, but he's got a boner.
There you go.
Anyway,
I laugh like bugs with him.
I'm just trying to think now. So the new ones I've written, there isn't any of that in there. So I think I've worked it out in my system. We should be all right now.
It should be all right now.
Although the one I'm writing at the moment is called Pencil, so it could go that way. Pencil dick.
That way. No, they're all brilliant. I haven't read a bad story from you yet. I'm same with Guy Reddyhoff. We mentioned him.
Oh yeah,
He'll probably watch this anyway. I've got his collection to read. The 4 Ages of Death.
That's the second collection, isn't it?
I've got that to read, and I haven't read a bad story from him yet. And the next one that I'm going to read very soon is I'll show this to you because I've said to him in the comments. I'll be jumping into this soon. I think you've read this one.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one that I'll be jumping into shortly, and hopefully, see, I like reading books from people that I can have discussions with.
Yes.
That's something that's new to me as well. So it's nice to be able to read. Like I never expected Guy Reddyhoff. I think it was a comment I says to him. He done a review for Weird Frequencies.
Oh yeah.
And when I looked it up and I seen that he was a writer, I think I read a comment saying, "Oh, I see that you've got a collection. I might read it because it looks interesting stuff I would like." And he was like, "Oh, brilliant! Thank you very much." And then when I'd done that, and then having the actual writer comment on your video, and having that sort of, I can ask him questions and he can give me answers. That's a very good part of reading and writing or doing review videos. When you have that communication with the artist, it makes it worthwhile because you're helping them out too, because you're getting another opinion, and it also is a good communicate. You have good discussions. So so I'm looking forward to reading that one by Lovecraft's Cat by C.P. Webster.
Oh, so yeah. Chris Webster is really, really good. Weird fiction, tiptoeing into horror at times. Really, really well written. Fantastic stuff. He's written a lot of stuff, actually. There's a lot of...
that's what I love. Weird fiction, SF and fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, same. Yeah. But I agree. The ability to communicate directly with these Oh, it's gone again. Motherfucker. It's gone. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's gone.
See me?
Yes, there we go.
It wasn't down on my end. I can still see you.
It's weird, isn't it?
I can still see you and hear you,
I have no idea what's going on. It doesn't matter.
I would pass. It's shambolic as usual, isn't it?
It is. I suppose it wouldn't be one of my videos if it didn't have a slight shambolic edge to it. I think we've definitely nailed that now. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, Webster. Yes. The ability to communicate directly to the author. Because normally, a lot of these authors, people that I read, typically, a lot of them aren't alive anymore anyway.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then the bigger authors, obviously, there's very little chance you'd be able to communicate with them directly anyway. So
they don't care anyway, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Whereas the indie author scene, it just shows the quality that's out there. Any of these people, Webster and Riddihoff included, could be published traditionally easily. But for whatever
100%.
reason, obviously there's lots of people that want to be writers. They don't get the opportunity to go that route. So what they do is they go self-publish and they polish it to a standard that's as good as, if not better than, traditionally published stuff. So it's really good stuff.
It's usually better. So
yeah.
And you find that they don't get they're not getting the same help, and and it's nice to be able. That's another thing my channel's going to be, and it'll always be. It'll be a place for independent authors. I will be reading independent authors because I don't get it in the mainstream publishing. Modern mainstream publishing don't do it for me anymore. Fantasy, SF, and weird.
Mm-hmm.
I find when I read the independent authors, and there's those I've read now, it's always at a different level. They have new things to say, and they've their own writing styles and their own voices, because they don't have these same editors going over their same the same work over and over again.
Yeah,
and it's a shame they don't get published. But you see, whenever you get an independent author and you write a review or do a review, and you know that you're helping them out, that is probably worth more than having 20,000 views in a chat and a video. I would rather have 10 views and one of them be the author to actually get a bit of feedback. Than have 20,000 views just for my channel to bloom. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll always be there for the independent, especially for fantasy, weird, and SF. Yeah, that's a thing my channel will be forever.
Yeah, that's great. It's more meaningful, isn't it? Those interactions.
Yeah, it's for something. Then it's not. I'm not there for the numbers.
No,
I'm there for to have that discussion with the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm reading. I've got Tim's to read too.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Salamander. And
oh yes, right.
I don't think he wants me to read that one because he didn't seem too happy about that one. He says it was his first ever book.
Okay. Yes.
But I'll be gentle. See, for independent authors, I'm not that sort of guy that's going to. I will maybe give them point of views and messages, direct messages, but I wouldn't sit in a video and put their work down.
No.
I would only really give comments of what or talk about how the book would be interesting for another reader.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be that guy that's sitting there holding a novel going, "Oh, this is written terribly and it's all this and it's bad and it's I would never ever do that for an independent author.
No, because that's great.
They don't need that. I wouldn't do that. I would maybe message them, direct message behind the scenes and say, you know what, if you done this, it would be maybe something to do.
Yeah.
But and then independent authors, you're not going to get a bad review on this channel either.
No, that's good.
no bad reviews for independent authors, no.
But it's cool. It's what you're saying there is this is one of the problems with traditional publishing, because they are looking for very, very specific things because they know it will sell potentially, or they're trying to satisfy a particular demographic or whatever. I don't know, but they lose a lot of the more interesting stuff that's on the periphery of what, the more experimental stuff. They're missing out, really. But
they are missing out.
But that's where the independent or the indie scene is of benefit, because they're at the forefront now. In a way, I would say it's more cutting edge. There's really, really, there's all manner of shit out there. Covers everything. It blows your mind, really. And it's a really cool place to be.
It's good that independent authors have that opportunity now to be able to actually do that when they maybe could have done that years ago.
No.
They're getting that place where they can have their own voice.
Yeah.
But it's, you see back in the old days with Lovecraft and C.L. Moore, and they were looked at, they were frowned upon. They were the Weird Tales magazine. See the upper class, your Ernest Hemingway and all the big publishing companies. They didn't treat Weird Tales magazines or any pulp magazines the same way. And I find you see that sort of pulp magazine, Weird Tales, people that have a really different imagination that want to express it. independent authors is now our Weird Tales magazine, if that makes sense. You're only going to get them tales that are extraordinary, very imaginative. You're only going to get them on the independent market. You might get the odd one that sneaks through, but
Yeah.
you'll find that, and that's why it's sad to see a lot of it getting lost, and
Yeah.
that's why when I get an independent author or want to read an independent author,
Mm.
I always try and get the paperback because there may be some time where you'll not be able to get it.
Yeah. True. Yeah,
You
that's a
know,
good point. Yeah. I think yeah, um fuck, I lost my train of thought. No.
that's the beer.
It is. I'm struggling slightly. Like I'm going beetroot red here.
As red as the tin, Jimmy.
Yeah, look at that. We're getting there. Yes, okay. So, you've said before about your guitar playing. So
Yes.
where's this come from? Where did you start this interest?
Oh, that would have been when I was about 13, 14.
Hmm.
I was a bit, maybe I shouldn't say this, I was too young to be drunk, but I was drunk.
Ah,
And
this
I
is
was
this is part of British culture.
British culture. I came in when I was about 13 and I was drunk,
Hmm.
and I put on the TV one day, and it was Metallica's The One song. Came up with a song called One,
Okay.
and I've never heard this before. This music, it was it was just a new thing to me.
Hmm.
And when they all started headbanging the guitar, when I heard them riffs and all they played,
Hmm.
I knew there and then and there that this is for me. I love this. And the next week, I bought all their albums,
Hmm.
or I tortured my mum to buy me them.
Hmm.
And I think a month after that, I bought a guitar, and it was like, as you say, you get obsessive.
Yeah.
Uh, I found that I just deep dived into it, and I've been playing it ever since. I've just
No
been
way.
listening to heavy metal music, prog rock. I like my prog rock now as well,
Oh yeah.
and guitar playing. And I've been doing it ever since. It's just a thing I do to relax too. I could just put a tune on and play along with it, or I'll sit and write my own riffs. And it's that other thing to help you get by, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Sure.
and like you have your art, I have music. It's
Yeah.
just that's the way it is, And yeah, I don't think it'll ever change. So I
That
won't now.
sounds. I'd love. I don't have any kind of musicality whatsoever. I love listening to music, but for whatever reason, it's just never appealed to me in that. I don't think I'd be able to do it either. It's not.
You would.
I don't know.
I think you would. See, it's a bit of what you say about the art. If you just give it the time and the
Hmm.
effort and the love, it's the same thing. See if you're an artistic person or a creative person in your mind. See if you were to get a wee keyboard or yes, guitar playing is a bit different because you have to learn chords and learn structure and all.
Yeah.
But see if you were to get a wee keyboard and just set it in front of you, you'd probably sit there and noodle about on it, and you would make tunes. It would just come naturally.
Yeah.
So it would.
I suppose. Yes, because Sefiros was saying because he lost his. He's got a little keyboard that he like diddles
A wee MIDI
around on.
keyboard, yes.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that quite appealed to me really. Ah, you've got one too. My
Yeah.
goodness! Wow,
And
that's cool.
you sit
Yeah.
there and you can connect that to your computer and write wee tunes and all. They
No
are
way.
they're nice to have. You don't have to be an expert. Anybody can buy one and anybody can play it.
Hmm. Yeah, that
100%.
I might have to get one of those.
It's a
So
bit different from a guitar.
could you
Guitar
use
you had to
the?
learn how to play it, but a MIDI
Yeah.
keyboard anybody can play it. So
So
we
that
could,
one you showed then, can you kind of program the buttons to play little samples and things like that?
yeah, you put this in like a software on your computer,
Hmm.
and you can get there's loads of noises and sounds, and you can change delay,
Hmm.
reverb, and I use these for like wee drum samples, so you can get like a drum kit, and if you tap that, it's wee drum noises. And
Ah.
my thing, and then you can make this any instrument in the world. You're talking organs, strings, synths. You know the dungeon synth music you like, Jimmy?
Yeah, yeah.
All the dungeon synth music. A lot of that is made just with this.
No way.
Just
Wow.
with like a wee MIDI keyboard. They get a wee MIDI keyboard, they connect it to the software, and they get all the wee noises, and they just sample them and put them in loops, and then they'll get another wee chord, and they just fiddle a bit with it, and see before you know it, if you loop it all together, you're creating music.
I might
Anyone
have to
can
get
do
one of
it.
those.
It's cool. Like ask Sefiros, he's obviously a lot more into it than me. I'm more into my guitar, but I would say Sefiros, listen to his music on the live streams. He's very good at using the MIDI keyboard, I would imagine. Very good.
Yeah.
The way he's got these melodies kind of harmonizing in with each other.
Yeah.
And then he can hit a good beat with it as well.
Yeah.
And he's got a musical ear.
Yes. His stuff is really great, isn't it?
That's brilliant. No, he's a very good artist. He's got a good ear for it, like 100%.
Yeah. It's just a shame. He said he's kind of fallen out of it largely. But it's one of those, it's a shame, isn't it, that someone that talented didn't have success enough to be able to do it as a full-time thing, in a way.
Yeah.
It's a great shame.
That's a lot of people. You have to not think about doing it as a full-time job. I know we want to.
Yeah.
I would love to be writing music and playing music every day, but you have to kind of say to yourself, that's not going to happen. So now I've gotten to the stage where when I play the guitar or play along with music, it's for myself.
Yeah.
It's for me.
Yeah.
And I accepted that years ago. When you're young, you're thinking, oh, you have dreams and you're going to be this guitar player and you're going to do this. But that's what young people do. You know, you have these dreams. But there comes a stage where you know it's not going to really take off the way you envisioned it.
Yeah.
But then you kind of have to accept that it's maybe just for you. But I'll say this again, Sefiros maybe didn't get the big crowd that he wanted. If he did want to go make it a full-time career.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I will say this, for every tune he has created, for us, it's meant a lot. We listen and we enjoy it, and that's the beauty about getting into the YouTube community, because you can actually show your art form and you get a wee crowd and community that you can actually show it to and appreciate. It might only be a handful of people, but it's somebody.
Yeah.
Them handful of people, maybe the only ones that will listen to it, but maybe that's who the tunes are for, you know. And sometimes that's it. It just takes one listener. It makes it worth it. So I hope he keeps at it again. Yeah. I didn't know that he stopped. I didn't know that he kind of stopped a bit.
I think he has largely, although he probably would have to ask him really. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Because I think a large drive of creativity is not the idea that you'll become rich and famous per se, but that you'll get it out there and enough people will get something out of it. You want some kind of reciprocal thing going on. And then after a while, if that doesn't happen, you get left with, well, you either carry on doing it or you don't. And if you do carry on, it's got to be just for the love of doing it, I suppose.
For the love of doing it.
But I don't know if maybe Sefiros fell out of love, perhaps. I don't know. We're talking about him, we don't know. But
it can't happen. Like it was years and years ago, I think I stopped playing the guitar for a few months. And it was because I had a wee baby boy. It was my firstborn. And when I played the guitar, it scared him.
Oh, right.
Loud noise, the riff, big fucking guitar going here, like.
You were playing a deaf satanic riff.
Yeah, I was hitting a big power, like a black metal riff or something, and he cried, and I thought, fuck, I can't play this in front of him. So I put the guitar away for a while, because it really hurt. He's my firstborn, you know what I mean? He was my firstborn, and I broke my heart making him have that sore cry. So I put my guitar away, and I never played with it for ages, because it scared him.
Yeah.
And then after a while, he got up a wee bit, then I went back to it. So that,
Oh, good. Yeah, good, good.
yeah, in fact, yeah, couldn't not, like, you know what I mean? But that was one wee time where I kind of stopped for a while. So
Right, I
that,
see. Yeah. Well, that's a good reason to have a
mm,
temporary reprieve from it, but
yeah,
yeah.
that was the only reason.
Yeah. It's nice that you
So,
did that though, but I can imagine,
mm,
yeah, the association with your child, yeah, crying because of it, yeah, would affect you, yeah, in the
yeah,
short term. But now you're blasting the hell out of it, I'm assuming.
blasting the hell out of it. I got my own computer here. I've got my software to record music and stuff, which
Mm,
I'm still learning. I'm learning that. That's hard. It's easy to play the guitar, but it's hard to get the software to record it all and
yeah.
the MIDI keyboard mixed in with it. That bit I'm struggling with. I could pick up the guitar and play along with any song
Mm,
in the world. I could just pick up and play along with the song. It doesn't matter.
wow.
But it's trying to record with this software is
Yeah.
the new thing to learn. But that's the whole fun of it, learning it and trying to get better. So that
Yeah,
is.
sure. Do you plan to, are you going to show this on your channel one day, do you think,
I
or?
hope so.
Hmm.
I hope so. I hope to actually have my music as the background music in some of
Hmm.
my videos.
Great idea.
That's what, you know.
Yeah.
So even if it's MIDI keyboards mixed in or guitar playing, but I want it to be all mine. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be just the YouTube's
Oh, the presets.
video,
Yeah.
presets. I don't want it to be. I would like it to be my music. And I'll
Yeah.
probably get copyright. You know what it's like. You probably pick your music up and you get copyrighted. For fuck's sake, that's yeah.
No, that's a great idea. I tell you another thing is, I don't know what your plan is for your channel, but like for me, it's become a place to do whatever the fuck I want, really.
Yeah, that's the way to be.
Is that what you're thinking of doing, or
Well,
to?
I want it to be a place for books
Mm-hmm.
and music.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. And
Yeah.
I created a separate gaming channel
Yes.
because I think there's a lot of gamers that would maybe jump into the book channel and not give a fuck about the books.
Yeah.
And so I thought I would be best keeping them two separate.
Yeah. Sure.
And the gaming channel's not kicking off really much now. It's just live streams and I had a great live stream the other night. Sefiros and Mike came in and a few others,
I missed
and
that was the Quake one.
they're playing Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's fun. And I want to keep doing that, and I'll probably do that forever as well. Have
Yeah.
live streams of gaming
Mm-hmm.
and a review up every month for a game that I've played. Maybe just me sitting talking about it. But I'm hoping to be able to show a bit of footage of the gameplay as well on that channel. And that's the big two channels. And then this would be all my music and all my books related. And I would say this channel would be my main channel for communicating with people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The main outlet for your expression, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will be this place. Like so talking to you here now in a live stream, this is what this channel will be for.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a great idea. I know what you mean though. You have to be careful to a certain extent because you will garner a certain audience from the book
Yeah.
side and one from the gaming, and they're not potentially the same kind of people. Although
No.
there would be crossovers, but yeah, you've got to be careful not to alienate one side or the other. So yeah, you've got to be careful in that respect.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
I've largely
my
done the
way of
same.
thinking, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what I've tried to do personally is that if I do fancy doing a bit of gaming, if one of my brothers come around, for example, Mark the Blade, we'll do it as a live stream just to keep it separate
Mhm.
from recorded videos. That's the only thing I've done in that respect. But
Oh, it's good fun. Brilliant. So they are.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I kind of look at those. Of course, it's retro gaming, but it's also another form of, I don't know, communal,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. See, we're all we're all a bunch of nerds here, aren't we?
Hmm.
And a lot of us, when you get us together, it doesn't matter what it is. We'll all enjoy it and jump in and have fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Agreed.
gaming's a big thing for that.
Yeah, we've got lots of shared interests, and essentially because, like you say, we are all nerds. I mean, that goes without saying, I would say, but
Weirdos. We're all weirdos.
yeah. But we've got time for, I think that's one thing a lot of us share in common, is that we've got time for specific niches, if you will.
Yeah.
We have an interest, may not even be initially interested in whatever that thing is, but you get into it somehow.
Yeah. We're very open.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's just good fun, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's all good fun. But as you say, that's why I would keep the two channels separate, because I'd be scared to get a lot of these people that are wanting to just watch video games and they don't care about me talking about fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And so I kept them two separate, and that's the only reason why I would love to. It would probably be better for me to put my games on this Eternal Reading channel, because in this channel I've got more subscribers.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if a lot of them would be interested. That's the thing, you know.
Yeah, there would be. I'm sure there would be a crossover. I think a lot of people that read specifically science fiction and fantasy would potentially also be gamers.
Yeah, true.
So you could potentially put the odd thing in there. I guess you just have to make sure it's, like you said, this channel, Eternal Reading, has to be 90% book related, but throwing the occasional bit of gaming in there, I don't think would be a bad thing. But I wouldn't take advice from me, because I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll maybe do that tonight or tomorrow night. We'll maybe have the rest of Quake up and Eternal Reading live.
Whoa! Yes,
I might do that, actually. That might be a good idea. Okay, I might do that.
Yeah,
I'll take your point of view. Maybe stick it up on Eternal Reading live and say, look, we're gonna game here.
Yeah, I think so. I look at the live aspect of the channel as anything goes, really. So if people want to dip in, they'll dip in. If not, they won't. But where you're giving them pre-packaged parcels of videos, they'll expect a certain thing. So as long as you satisfy
that's a good point. That's a good point. I'll maybe think about that, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Give it a go, maybe.
Yeah, I'll maybe give that a go.
I mean, you're not going to have a regular viewer tune into your channel, see you're doing a live, and see that you're doing gaming and go, fuck this shit. And then I think you're safe. Yeah.
Unsubscribe that.
No, well, you just don't know. However, right, but this is speaking personally here. If I subscribe to someone, I never unsubscribe. Never. I just don't have the compulsion to do it. The only thing that would cause me to unsubscribe is if one thing is if they bombard you with stuff all the time, like I've been doing, I might unsubscribe then. Or I was following a channel once and they put something up that was just horrible. And I thought, right, I'm not, no. It was just it was shocking, something shocking. I thought, there's no warning. And I thought, no, I'm not, you've done the dirty on me there. So, but other than that, I would just leave it open.
That would be my thing. It would be I think there's a lot of people would be very political. But I don't care. See, politics, I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't follow it anymore. I don't care who's left, who's right. I don't care. Everybody will argue. I let them all argue. But I think there's a lot of people that would say follow a channel and they realize that they're all far left now or far right, and then they unsubscribe. They hate the person because this person doesn't follow the same political way of my thinking, and I cannot watch his videos anymore. And I find that that's not good for anyone. You shouldn't let that kind of make your decisions for you.
No.
So if anybody is watching this and they wonder, I'm just not a political person at all. I don't care.
No.
I think the world's fucked no matter what we do.
Yeah.
We're all doomed.
Yeah.
So you may as well enjoy it when you can.
I agree. I don't think it helps to talk about it. All you do is you just watch people arguing with each other.
Yeah,
they have their entrenched views and they won't listen to the other side. So what's the point? I think most people just want a good life. They just want to fucking get on with it.
You're just alienating everybody. If you're getting a crowd in and you're saying, and you start bringing politics into it, the other half is not going to want to know. and you will find that they will unsubscribe. Like anyway, it's just the way it is. But
Yeah, yeah,
me, I don't care, so I'll not bring any of that in because I don't. I honestly
absolutely
do
not.
not care about politics at all. We've had enough politics in Northern Ireland, Jimmy,
Yes,
with
well, that's absolutely true.
with
Yes.
Protestants and Catholics and Sinn Féin and DUP, and I tell you what, we do not need the rest of the world because
No.
it's bad enough just with our own, and that's the way it is. Like that's the way I look at it personally.
Yeah. And the problem is the internet is largely responsible for the mess we're in, I think, because it's made
Yeah.
global things local, if you will. It used to be that you'd grow up in a town, a village, whatever, get on with life, have a lovely time, meet your partner, have children potentially, die. Now we're like hearing about catastrophes happening here, there, and everywhere, and we're getting drawn into it mentally.
Yeah.
And we can't do anything about it, but there we are.
You're getting the news of the world when really you should be worrying about what you can do in your own home. That's the way I look at it. I can only really do what I can do here.
Yeah.
So I don't care about that. So I kind of just switch off. But see,
Exactly.
it'll make you very anxiety driven. COVID, and maybe I should have mentioned that. But you see the time of the lockdowns and all, that was a time of anxiety for a lot of people. And that was the start of the trend of the doom scrolling, as they call it.
Yeah.
Where you're constantly looking up things. It's bad news, bad news, bad news, worry, and it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
You start to actually chase after it.
Yeah.
And you find that, see, if you just go, hold on a minute, what can I do about that? Nothing. You're better off just putting the phone away and saying, well, I can't do anything, so don't worry.
Yeah.
And you'll find that the anxiety driven and the trend will just, after a while, it drops down. So
Yeah.
it does. I learned that through COVID. So then.
Interesting. Yeah, that's you're right there, because I think the COVID and the lockdowns and all of that is taken as the point at which the roller coaster started going down on the death slide, which, you know, it's an obvious point to take because lots of things went wrong after then. But it also gave a lot of people a lot of time to start looking out, because you know, a lot of us were stuck in our houses, weren't we? So, you know, and then you're starting to see lots of horrible things going on. If you take, for example, Instagram. So I use Instagram I like reels. I like scrolling through stuff. But some days they'll give me really great stuff and I'll be laughing my head off. Other times it's just the worst things you can imagine. And it just brings you down. And there's people that are consuming this all the time.
All day.
Yeah.
I hate short. I hate. See, when I actually find myself going on YouTube Shorts, I have and actually come out of it because you're getting all this information, none of it sticks. And it's like a subliminal message. You don't realize it, but you start to actually, thinking about these things throughout the day. And if it's all bad, see all your shorts are all bad. Yeah. Bad news, then it sticks with you. Twitter's like that, or X as they call it now.
I've stopped.
Go through X,
I've stopped that.
And it's all bad news because the algorithms want to feed you the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
You find that when you come off it, you're depressed, and you've got that sort of mindset of being doom and gloom.
Yeah.
And I deleted that 8 years ago. It's no good. It's no good. But that's the world we live in, mate. That's the world we live in now.
And you know something, I think that, you know, you talk about the rise of AI, you talk about Skynet, AI taking over humanity or destroying us. I think the best way they could do that would be to hijack the algorithms that control what we watch, because they are influencing our mood directly by what they feed us. And
yes, you should make a short story about this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just scary. And the other thing is, talking about this, I've always loved dystopian novels, post-apocalyptic stuff. But the closer we get to that scenario, the less interested I am. You know, it's like when COVID happened. It was like, oh my God, we are living in a Stephen King, like The Stand. That's the way I saw it.
Yeah. Another great book was The Plague by Albert Camus. If you read The Plague by Albert Camus, you see this sort of mentality that the human nature took on over that period. He wrote this back in 1950 or 1948 or something.
Okay.
And see that panic-driven sort of everybody out to get everybody and all.
Yeah.
Albert Camus kind of showed that psychological mindset, and he wrote that in the 50s.
Wow.
And that was exactly what happened with us 6 years ago.
It's quite amazing.
An interesting one. Everybody talks about The Stand, but Albert Camus' The Plague, it was very
right.
It was close to, like, it was very psychological level. We were very close to what he wrote. So he did.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Because at the time, I didn't want to read anything to do with what was going on. I had no interest. Now, I would read that. There's another one I read after the fact. It was The Animals in This Country or something like that. It's set in Australia. It's about a pandemic that affects humanity, and it allows them to communicate with animals. It's quite
cool.
odd.
That's odd. I like that, but that's all. That's different. I would read that.
Yeah, I think you'd like that. I think it's called The Animals in This Country. Oh, I've got it there. Yes. One moment. Okay. Yes, The Animals in That Country by Laura Jean McKay.
Right, I'll keep an eye out for that. I might actually write that down in a minute. So
yeah, I think you'd like it. The thing is, there were lots of parallels with what happened when we experienced our pandemic. So she got that absolutely bang on. The things that happened, people speculating on social media and horrible things happening because of it. But the interesting thing is that it allows humanity to communicate with animals, and it sends people mad because they can talk to anything. They can talk to spiders, and it's really, really bizarre. And then you get cults that are formed to try to talk to whales and things like that. Really
that sounds
bizarre. Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, I think you'd like that.
Yeah. What animal would you be talking to?
Probably a beaver. No, that's a good question.
Good answer.
No, I don't think it'd be a beaver. Let's think. I think I would probably go for the higher forms. Yeah, so maybe an elephant or a dolphin potentially.
Dolphin cult.
Yeah. I mean, whichever of those you pick, you'll probably end up getting killed at the end of it. But yeah.
I think I would save the dogs. I'd be with the dogs. I think. With them.
They would be very positive. I think. Yeah. Influences on your.
They're very loyal, Jimmy.
Oh, it's gone again. It's fucking gone. Okay, we both had to urinate. Anyway, we're back.
Yep. The way it goes.
Yes. How are you going on your beer there?
I'm nearly finished.
Yeah, me too.
So it's been fun. This has been fun talking.
Yeah. I think that's the way to time this stream, Austin. Maybe the beer determines when we finish, and we've more or less got there. I think.
But it's been fun. As I say, I could sit and talk to you all day, mate. So
yeah, same. I just had a feeling we'd both get on pretty well. We're very similar. But anyway, yes. Okay, let's draw it to a close now. But lovely speaking to you, Austin. If anyone's still here, please do check out Eternal Reading, splendid channel. Austin now. He's a bloody lovely bloke. So if you don't go and follow him, what the hell's wrong with you? Yes.
Just leave me nice comments.
Yes, only nice ones. Only nice ones. Yeah.
No, it's a pleasure talking to you, Jay.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, cheers, Austin. Nice one. Cheerio.
One's up.
Yes, one's up. One's up.